Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Is it pretty clear? Pretty clear. Guess where I am. Walking around. Time to get some free samples, man. People are all looking at me. What am I doing this thing? Christmas shopping, man. Let's take a look at what they got. Holy cow, look at this thing. This is where I buy my king crabs. Look at that sucker. Oh my. Pretty clear, guys. You guys can hear the audio. Let's see what good free stuff they got. Well, we'll wait for everybody to log in. All right, cheese.
I don't know.
That's good. All right, this sounds pretty disgusting as I'm eating. Maybe I shouldn't be eating when I'm talking. Let me eat a couple of these bites and then I'll stop eating. All right, this looks good. Thank you. Say hello.
You're not putting it on Facebook, are you?
No. Doing a review of Costco.
$2 off.
Hummus. Free food. Oh, damn, that's good. Oh, damn. All right, give me 5 minutes to eat, guys, and then I'll start. So this is what I do when I'm bored. This is why I'm fat. Well, that's not the only reason why I'm fat. What kind of cheese is this?
This is cheddar.
Cheddar. What's this kind of cheese?
This one is egg cheese.
Not goat, right?
That is cheddar. It's cheddar.
Look at all this goodie I got. I'm a pretty cheesy guy, huh? Damn. All right, give me a couple of minutes, guys. Let me eat all my free food. Yeah, exactly. Free, right? We pay for the membership. What was that, $60 a year, whatever it is? Very damn good, though. Grocery shopping with Bal. How about liquor shopping? Let's see what good liquor stuff they got. We'll wait a couple minutes and then around 2:30 we'll start. I got some cool stuff to talk about. And next to liquor. So interesting thing about Costco, guys, is each Costco has different items. There's certain items that are like, so It's kind of like a scavenger hunt for like some weird, exotic, high-end stuff, like some liquors and stuff. I saw a $20,000 bottle of a Macallan, like 60-year-old, super rare. I was like considering to buy that actually. If I bought that, I think it would have been like doubled in price by now. Then I saw it on CNBC, and I was like, shit, that was the bottle. And they talked about the Costco one, how they lost money, but they only had one bottle per like state. $20,000. Oh, sorry.
It's all right. You're busy. You're busy with your.
My review of the items here.
Yeah.
I didn't know, man. Sorry. Someone's shaking their head because I blocked the aisle. Okay, time for me to get out of Costco. I think I'm trying to piss people off. I don't think people like me walking around with this. So I'm using Oliver's. So I'm using Oliver's little stick. I walk out with all my goodies. All I did was come here, eat some free cheese, crackers, hummus, and smoked salmon. Let me exit. And then we'll start. I thought it was a good idea, but apparently Costco's pretty crazy during the holidays. And I'm holding up the traffic. Let me get out of here. Another interesting fact, Costco, their members, average households like over $100,000. So they have a very high-end clientele. It kind of makes sense because if you think about it, in order for someone to buy 50 gallons worth of cheese, they need to have a house big enough to store that drum of cheese or the 100 rolls of toilet paper, because everything's in bulk. So anybody that goes here has to have storage and enough money to buy a month's worth of stuff at once, right? Ahead of time. Okay, let me get out of here. Pissing people off. I'm gonna go back to my car. It's the best place to do it. But if you think about it, Costco, there's certain items that's really cheap, and then there's other certain items that's not that cheap. Because if you think about, it's like a bank. You're prepaying for all this stuff that you're gonna use across the year. So they got you to prepay for all this stuff. And you're storing that, so that's money that's unused, right? So the opportunity cost for you to hold $1,000 worth of Costco stuff and storage space, think about how much that costs. Think about how much your rent is, your mortgage is. And now you just filled up an entire room full of Costco stuff. I mean, shit, dude. A 1-bedroom here, it's like $3,000. So if you're gonna store, excuse me, if you're gonna store Costco stuff, that's like $1,000 a month in rent that you're allotting to Costco. All right, so let me. All right, guys, let me put this thing back. That was I tried Costco, did not work. I thought it'd be a cool idea. I was gonna go shopping at the same time, but they did not like that. And we just wasted worth of your time. Oh, all right, let's get out of here. Shit. I'm sorry, guys. that was pretty much wasted time. You know why I like to go to Costco? Let's start with that. The reason why I like to go to Costco is, as a day trader, we are so far removed from normal society. I mean, I work by myself. We are like trading tons and tons of like assets. I mean, when you think about it, it's like, how many shares did I trade today? Today was a slow day. I have no idea how many shares total I traded, but the volume I traded was in the probably shit, 10 million bucks. Who knows, right? I mean, over and over and over. So if I traded like 40,000 shares today, 40,000 shares times $4, whatever that may be, right? And then over and over and over and over. So you think about it, it's kind of like we get numb to it. In fact, we're swinging up and down, even thousands of dollars. I mean, that's very small. I'm just making this up, right? I don't want to like scare you guys on the total sizes that we actually trade, but I mean, we moved a lot. So in like a year, I could trade like $1 billion worth of stock. And I'm just trading small caps, dude. I'm not even trading like the large caps, right? So, I mean, so my accountant, who before didn't really know about stocks, so I had to get a more seasoned accountant. So that's what we need. That's what you guys need too, because the normal accountants have no clue. They look at my trades and like, holy shit, are you a billionaire? I'm like, nah, dude, that's just the number of the market value I flipped. Doesn't mean I made that money. You see what I'm saying? So they made, but first of all, they don't understand. So, and then you come home, you tell your whoever you lost thousands of dollars or tens of thousands or $100,000, and then your friends or your girlfriend and wife is just gonna like go, what? So first of all, they don't understand, right? So it's a very kind of like lonely existence, right? So that's why I started the club. That's why I belong. It's like, you don't want to trade by yourself, right? You always need someone. So I don't want to get into that part because we talked about that a lot. But the tax is important. So I just kind of remind me, I'm working with something for you guys in MIC. So it's gonna be big, guys. Because right now, no one understands the tax situation. How many accounts even know how to do day trading, dude? And so something big is coming for you guys. And this is just for you guys. It's gonna help you guys save a lot of money. 2019 is gonna be a good one, man. But the reason I go to Costco is it's just normal. Costco's just like a normal place, dude. I walk around, I eat free samples. I'm just chilling, just looking at just affordable, cheap stuff. It's just normal stuff. And so kind of like it brings me back to reality. Like, if I don't go to Costco, I have no clue like what a dollar would buy. Everything we buy is on Amazon. We sit in our office. I mean, when I was in New York City, guys, I never left the apartment for 4 days until Thursday. So I worked my butt off until Thursday. Because in New York, I never needed to ever leave the apartment. We had, before DoorDash, New York had delivery everywhere. Everyone was delivered. Food was delivered, everything. I never needed to step out of my apartment, dude, except to throw out the trash. So you're stuck in this weird world. So sometimes I like to interact with like just the outside world to put things in perspective. And this is why, in my opinion, it's very important for you guys that are early in terms of have very early success. Those that have very early success, I mean, it's kind of dangerous because you think it's like it's never enough. I just had this conversation with a great trader and friend, Piggies, and he's just like, it's just never enough, man. He's a young guy making a lot of money, very successful, and it's just like Alex, like it's never enough. And so you need to put it into perspective, man. Let me see where the fuck am I going. You need to just basically attach something of value to your trades, to your money, more than just more than just money. Otherwise, it just becomes a video game. In this video game, there is no ending, guys. You can go forever. You make your first $5,000 day. No big deal. Now you want $10,000. First $10,000 a day. Now you want $100,000. Then you want $200,000 a day. So it's like, where will it end? $1 million, $2 million. I mean, it'll never end. And so you will never, ever be satisfied. I guarantee you. Until you put something more than just superficial money to it. And so you go and you go, wow, what does $1,000 buy for me? Holy cow, that's my groceries for for me, it might be a week. And for you, it could be a month, right? So my groceries are expensive, but I eat a lot. But you see what I'm saying? You attach a value to it. $1,000, like wow. Like our friends go to work for an entire week to make $1,000. And here I am thinking it's not enough money. And so let me push it, and then I end up losing. Or I make a ton of money, then I lose a ton of money back because it's never enough. The moment is, and so you have to attach something more personal to it. So Dr. Brett talked about this a lot in the New York meetup. So that, in my opinion, guys, that's what, in my opinion, that's the secret to basically being comfortable and happy with where you are and not being jealous and all that. And so a great example is this. So I have a friend, he owns an HVAC company, just like, air conditioning stuff. So he's been just working and leaving at 10 o'clock, 10:30. So it happens right before the zombie because he had to go to work. And he didn't really, back then he didn't understand the zombies. He just needed to go to work. But he would just make his 3,000, 2,000, 3,000, 2,000 leave. How many of us can make that? Many people can't make it. It's just, but now we make 2,000, we want 5,000. We make 5,000, we want 10. 10, you want 20. Now, oh man, I should have held for the big one. MRIN went down all day today. I should have went in 100,000 shares and held it. You see what I'm saying? And so at the end of the year, my buddy's up 800 grand, dude. Just trading off of $2,000 days, $3,000 days, 800,000. You know what he told me? He's not the money. This kind of hits me, and this is what he told Alex as well. I don't want to talk about names and stuff, but he goes, you know what that means to me, Bell? He told me this many times, and it fucking struck me. It's like, this is life-changing money. You don't have to have 800 grand a year to make. It could be whatever it is for you, right? I mean, even extra 100 grand is life-changing money for a lot of people. He goes, you know what that means, Bell? It means I can eat whatever I want. I go to a restaurant, I don't have to worry that, oh, I can't afford this steak. I can't afford this whatever. And so it means that I can eat what I want. It's just so profound to me. Because I'm like, here I am eating whatever I want like a pig. But at the same time, it's like, man, there's a lot of people that just wants to eat a meal, not necessarily a steak. They just wish they could eat McDonald's. So the fact that you're now able to eat what you want, and then he stepped it up further. He goes, now I can eat what I want. I can go wherever I want. If one day I choose too tired, I don't have to go to work. So it basically affords you the freedom. So that's the thing, man. It affords you the freedom. The freedom to do what? To live your life, man. You have one life to live. And so, I mean, when I grew up poor, we were worried about all sorts of stuff. My mom's like, oh, you can't eat that because it's too expensive. We can only go out once a week to like a fast food place. We can only buy things on sale. So I grew up with this weird thing, as most Asians, is this. You don't buy stuff because you like it. You buy stuff because it's cheap. So I have 10 stuff that's really cheap, but I never liked any of those items. Versus buying one item that I really liked. You see what I'm saying? So the cost, so I buy 10 cheap items I'll never like and never use. Versus one item I really like. And I'll use it all the time, I love it. And I'm sure that one item is still cheaper than the 10 items cumulatively. But as an Asian growing up poor, and this is the Asian cheap mentality, right? It's like, dude, I can't buy, it's not about what you like, it's about what the value is, the deal. And so that's the whole thing, man. It's like, I never bought stuff because I liked it. I bought stuff because dude, it's such a good deal, I have to buy it. Unless it's on sale, right? How often do stuff that you really like go on sale? By the time they go on sale, you know, it's not what you want anymore. You've outgrown it because now it's like too late. It's a clearance item 4 years later. So this is a sort of thing that puts it in perspective. Like, dude, $2,000, $1,000 a day, that's life-changing. Now I don't have to buy stuff on sale that I like. I mean, I'm not here buying LV bags and shit like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, now I can go, damn, I could eat that steak. I don't have to eat the Salisbury steak, Hungry Man dinner anymore, you know? I mean, just simple stuff like that. It's like, it's life-changing for a lot of people. And so if you put that into perspective, man, I mean, that's what it is, in my opinion. It's the freedom to do what you want to do. If, you know, the thing is, like, when we trade, all these are just numbers. Just like when you go to gamble in a casino, they're all just numbers, right? And so they give you chips at casinos, so you don't see the money. Imagine if instead of having these numbers, you equate an item with it. Like, okay, I'm up a pair of Jordan shoes. Oh shoot, I'm up Yeezys, which I hate Yeezys. Or I'm up like you know, you know what I'm saying? So now you're like, oh man, now I could buy a freaking suit. I'm up a suit. Oh no, should I sell? Or should I go for the expensive suit? So if you think about it in items that you're giving away, like, so when we trade, we're like, oh, $1,000 a loss. That's a paper cut, $1,000. You know, that's why, that's why I think, because that means compared to the account size, right? But $1,000 in real life is a lot of money, dude. You know, so you just don't want to throw away $1,000. You want to maximize what it is. $1,000 is still $1,000. Imagine if you're loosey-goosey with $1,000 every day, and then a year it could be $100,000 you add up. Now you scale down to you, loosey-goosey with $100. I mean, dude, you go out a night on a town, that's $100. And here we are. Oh, it's a rounding error, slippage. You know what I'm saying? So you think about it in those real world situations. That's a mortgage payment. That is a car payment. That is paying off your student loans. So that really helped me in being comfortable and being happy with whatever I get from the markets. Because too often we are looking at other people and going, dang, this guy made $50,000 in one day. I'm so stupid. Here I am, only made $1,000 on this stock. I must be the dumbest guy in the world. And so the next time what we're gonna do, we load up and we get killed. We're never happy, dude. So a lot of times just tune it out. Sometimes that works, man. I did that before. I just tune out certain people. You know, just tune them out. You know, I'm not saying live in a bubble, but tune out the negative people. If someone is affecting you negatively, just tune them out. There's many ways to show an awesome day. It's just like when there's many ways to communicate the same thing. Showing off just for the sake of showing off versus just like educating, you know, a big difference, you know. So one is a positive effect, one is, oh, you're stupid, why can't you make this what I make? I see a lot of those guys tweet too. It's like oh, stop being a piker, stop being a scalper. It's like, you know, man, it's like they're for every one guy who's freaking making $100,000 a day, there's like a billion guys that are not, you know. So, and it's kind of discouraging when I read that. It's like I feel bad for some of these guys because they fall, the newer traders, they fall into this trap of like, oh, it's not cool doing that, but they don't understand it's a step, dude. These guys are making millions of dollars. They didn't just wake up and made $1 million. They have a story too. You know, not everybody just wakes up and just starts making millions of dollars, dude. It's a step. So that's why I always like to say, you know, don't compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 20 or 100? To be honest, I don't even know what I was going to rant about today anymore. I walked into that place and it's just kind of like, you know, let me read this. You remember why I called this? Okay, well, one thing is Tosh. Okay, I want to get some admin stuff out of the way. Tosh is doing a new member webinar every Wednesday now at 2 p.m. market time. Remember we said like the people that join, they feel lost. So we have a bunch of videos. So we have what's called a new member orientation. That's why I want to create a program called a new member orientation. So it's a program that gets you up to speed. Because a lot of times these services, whatever, they take your money and they're like, oh, I got your money, see ya. And they're like, what? Most of these services focus on non-members more than they focus on members. That's because why should they focus on a member? You already paid them. You already freaking paid them. So, so you see them give gifts to non-members to lure them in. Giveaways to non-members. I don't see them taking care of their members. It's just weird. I do things differently, man. I take care of the people that it's like my people, you know? If you're a stranger, I help you, but my priority is always going to be the guys at MIC. Not potential MIC money. You know, that's what I just see. I was like, it's like, dude, you're giving away so much shit to people that are strangers because you're promoting yourself. But shouldn't you just first take care of your members? I mean, that's just extraordinary, right? I mean, that's the thing. So, I'm not gonna say that's just the way business works. So that is the business model. That's capitalism. Once I have your money, I'm gonna rape you as much as I can, upsell you everything I can, then spit and chew you out. They call that the lifetime value of the member. Lifetime value, LV something. I got educated about all this stuff. I'm like, dude, that's kind of fucked up, but that's how they make money. You know, they go, you know, I'm talking to this guy, what is the lifetime value of a member? And how can we improve that? Basically, they're saying, how much blood should we suck out of these the members? You know, my whole thing is, it's very simple. You build a quality product, and people come and they respect. That's it. You take care of your people. So that's my little mini rant on that. And I see these tweets like, to be honest, this is the thing, man. When I started a service, I'm like, am I ready to share with the world some of my ideas, my edge? Many of these services, they just want your money. They suck your money. They will not share with you their real way of making money. Think about this. They sold you this dream. I will teach you to day trade. But when you join, they are not teaching you the method that they use to make money. Are they making money the same method that they're teaching you? Think about that. Think about the fraudulent bullshit, bait and switch. They are trying to sell you the dream, but they are not teaching you the edge. They're not teaching you what makes them successful. They're not sharing that shit with you. They are proudly posting all this shit like, I'm taking my edge to the grave. But it's like, fuck. Aren't the members paying you to learn this edge? Why are you so smug and arrogant? And just, you know, like, does that make sense, guys? It's like, if you're going to teach someone to trade, isn't that kind of like your integrity is like, I'm going to show them what I know. I'm not going to fucking hide the real secret sauce for myself. Just think about that. Ask those guys and think about their trades. Are they teaching you the same thing that they are trading? Or are they hiding something from you? They're teaching you the bullshit. They're saving the good shit for themselves. My mother, I love her. You know why? She always gives me This is how you can tell someone that loves you. They give you good pieces of the meat, the food. They don't take it for themselves, guys. It's like, if you have kids, you give your kids the best piece of food. You eat the rotten one. Like the piece of fruit that has a bruise on it. You eat that one yourself. You give the good looking fruit to the person you love. But these services, guys, they're fucking selling you the fucking bruised fruit. Using your money to buy themselves and keeping for themselves the prize fruit. Just think about that. I just blew your fucking mind and probably pissed off everybody in the fucking world that is fucking scamming everybody. They are not teaching you the methods that they are using themselves to make money. This is like the secret magician. Remember that masked magician that went on Fox and told everybody the secrets to magic and shit like that? But this is not a game of magic, man. People are paying you money. It's your duty. I guess some people don't have the integrity or the conscience to do what's right. That's just not the way I've run things, you know. I'm like, dude, there's a lot of times where I was like, dude, I can't fucking take money from someone unless I'm gonna teach them. And I was like, I'm not ready to teach them. First of all, I don't know my methods will work for them. There's a lot of different ways to make money, guys. The thing is this though, but will they teach it to you? And can you do it yourself? A lot of these guys, they are fucking the best. But there's no way that you can do it. The system that they do, there's no way you can do it. You know, I'll give you an example. Sometimes you need too much capital. You need way too much capital. Or your system needs to be, you have to have a huge drawdown. Or you have to be some sort of PhD to understand all these technical stuff. So you have to look and consider like, okay, this guy may be the best in the world. He's Goldman Sachs, whatever. He owns a huge hedge fund. I'm just making this up, right? Shit, I don't own a hedge fund. Does his method include me understanding and having to hedge with different products? Buying 20 different leap options across different straddles and then trading a stock underneath and then Forex and all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, or oh, I have to swing this thing overnight. Not realizing, shit, dude, I'm getting charged 3 times overnight fee. How the fuck do I swing these positions overnight short when I'm getting charged so much money? When I only have $5,000 in my account. You see what I'm saying? So you have to think what's best for you at the current time you're at right now. Maybe later on in the road, those strategies will be more effective for you. But as a beginner, guys, you have to be honest with yourself. You don't just wake up and be a beginner and then boom, start making $1 million a year consistently. There's a learning process. You know, it's like, so you have to go through the process. As much as people dislike Sykes is for a beginner. You don't just jump in and start applying advanced strategies before you go through the Sykes thing. Sykes is a very good thing. Think about it. Sykes and then all those other guys. It's an introduction to stocks. You see what's out there, you know, and you learn. And thank God and if you lose, dude, be lucky you only lost a little bit of money. Imagine if also you jump in and you don't start at that baseline level, very small money, right? And you jump in and go, I'm gonna mortgage my house. Now I have $100,000. You're gonna lose all your money real quick. There's a step to this. So I just wanted to give you guys the pitfalls of of all this stuff, man, because there's so much bullshit out there. So much bullshit. And like the Maddox room, those guys are cool. You know what? I have no problem with them. People think I have no problem. Maddox, Micah, they're helping people. There's different steps to this game, guys. You don't just jump from knowing nothing to being the guru of all knowledge of shorting and long and all that, right? You have to go through the process. Everybody went through that, dude. I started out knowing nothing. I didn't even have a level 2, guys. And I'm like, how the fuck are you seeing all these big ads? I don't even know how that feel. So when I started trading, I didn't even know about a level 2 because I was too cheap to pay for level 2. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm going to save $50 a month. But then I just lost $1,000 this trade, right? Trying to save $50 a month. So there's a process to this. I am not here as a competitor to anybody. I'm not here to bash anybody. That's what I say. If you want to ask about a competitor, I have no problem. What I have a problem is the disingenuous, the bullshit that exists generically. Okay, I don't need to name whatever. If you're guilty, you're guilty. But I'm not naming anybody specific, right? My whole point being is like just be genuine with what you offer. I don't know options. I traded options a long time ago and lost all my money. That's why I'm not trading options anymore. I traded options like a penny stock. I would throw $20,000 into it, and then 2 days later, I'm like, what the fuck happened to it? I did not understand the decay. I didn't understand all that stuff because I got caught up in some furu and following his stuff when I started. Because the furu was like, dude, options, I just made 1,000,000%. It's easy. So I was like, holy shit. Instead of me starting with $500 and trying to turn it to $100,000, I'm going to start with $20,000 and make $1 million. You see what I'm saying? I'm stupid. I had money. I'm like, if this guy can make $1,000 with $200, shit, you imagine what I put in 10 grand is going to happen? So I put in fucking 10 grand, lost all my money. Because I thought I would put 10 grand in and make 100 grand. I just thought, oh, this guy was poor. He only had $200 trading options, you know? So there's a progress to this thing, guys. And so the methods that I teach, it's something that you can do. If you're more advanced, that's fine. But there's a system for everybody. You don't just wake up and have millions of dollars in your account, swinging stuff overnight, holding through pain. And then that's your, I mean, now I'm convicted. It's like, dude, I can't believe I'm able, you got stopped out. I never get stopped out. I mean, everyone has a different level. If you have a big bankroll, you can do that. You know, so I'm just being realistic now. You know, and so I'm just seeing, and another thing is like, I see a lot of like people jabbing at each other and all that. Like, and they keep tagging me. I'm like, dude, I'm not part of that drama, dude. My whole thing on furu is just the concept of a furu. Okay? And I've actually, in my opinion, I think I helped change this industry a lot. These guys are now taking better care of their members. Say what you want. Say I'm a clown. Say I curse too much, drink too much. But you know what, man? That is what a normal American is. A person that signs up is very similar to me. All I'm showing them is, you know what, man? You don't have to have a PhD. You don't have to be the most polished individual going to an Ivy League to be able to make money trading. You could be a normal guy with a big emotion. So that's what normal people do. You can do this and still kick ass. I want to be able to show you, you don't have to fake who you are. The reason why people are not successful trading is because a lot of times they fake who they are. It's very difficult to trade in a style that does not match your personality. I can teach you the winning strategy, but you will screw it up if you do not have certain patience, discipline, all that. And so a system for you who lack discipline could be this. Show me exactly where to get in, where to get out. Tell me exactly, because I don't have the patience to do that. Show me how. Show me the tricks. I'm just making this up, but I tell them like, dude, put in your fantasy orders. You know, that's one method that helped me. So I put in my fantasy orders, and if they hit, they hit. If they don't hit, they don't hit. Now I'm not sitting around and waiting for the stock to go before I place the orders. Because when that happens, I'm emotional. And I know myself. If I'm emotional, I don't make quality trades. So that could be you. So I'm coming up with all these techniques, right? And so the moment you start mastering certain these techniques, you become a better trader. So it's a memory reflex, like muscle memory, I call it. I call it trading like a reflex. So if you do something enough time, it becomes a natural instinct. It looks kind of white because the shadows from the outside in this car. It's not all this white, by the way. I think it's just from the color of the screen and all that. Even my eyebrows look white. So people go, damn, you got a lot of gray hair today. So if my IG dies, I'm gonna come back. There's a lot of important stuff. I'm gonna walk the hill now. I'm not actually driving back. It's like very peaceful, and it's kind of like it puts you back. It's like I see the neighbors. You know what I see from the neighbors? I don't see the neighbors. They're always working. A lot of them are big executives, and yet I never see anybody play on the streets. I see no kids play on the streets. They're all in private school somewhere, getting shit, blah. And so it's kind of like this is very different than how I grew up. I used to grow up in a neighborhood where, you know, everyone's working, blue collar worker, playing basketball, football on the street, and the cars would almost run over our football, almost hit us because we're playing football on the streets. Now I don't even know where they are. I think they have such huge backyards where they're all playing by themselves in their backyard. So sometimes, you know, you just have to step back, man, and see what's the most important thing. Cut out any negativity. So Joe Kelly did one thing that was awesome, man. I love that guy. He told us turn off the comments on YouTube. I was like, holy cow. And when I turned it off, I felt a huge weight. Because I used to read those comments. And every time a negative comment comes, I feel pain. It's kind of weird, right? Let's say you have 100 comments that are positive, but then that one comment who's negative bugs you. Because we're human, man. If you don't feel any emotion, you could be a robot. I'm a very emotional guy. That's because I'm a very caring guy. I'm very empathetic. I understand because I've been there, dude. I've been bullied all my life. You know, so that's why maybe these things trigger me more than the normal person, because it's kind of like PTSD. That makes sense, guys? It's like PTSD. And so, like, when I see, like, these things, like, getting bullied and bullying my friends and stuff, it may be jokes and all. People laugh, but, you know, there's some people that are very sensitive. And this is the whole bullying mentality. It's like, and then when people gang up to bully someone, I mean, that's even worse, dude. Okay, so let me walk. Let me get back to my place, and then I just needed to go for a walk today. You know, it's one of those days. You know, yesterday rained and stuff. The other day rained, so I think every time it rains, it's kind of gloomy. Yeah, I got the claw stick. Yeah, put back the claw stick. I'm in my the weather's so nice now that I am once again in my shorts and flip-flops. Shit, I should put on my shoes, huh? Here I am. Maybe I'll just walk to there, dude, and finish this. Or should I go back to the office? Okay, let me take a look at the questions because so I've actually not even remembered why I did this IG anymore. I went on a total tangent in Costco. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can anybody hear me? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Say you can hear me. Yes, cool. Yeah, the Wi-Fi got triggered. Look at this cool shadow, man. Hey, Alex, can you remind me why I did this IG thing? Look at this crazy house. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys about, I think the main topic was the illusion. First of all, okay, I was meant to get into the real topic of, shit, what was that thing, Alex? Oh, donkey market. Oh my God. So my whole thing was, because today the markets were crazy. This week, people think they're entering the bull or the bear or the donkey market. And I was like, dude, don't worry about that. Okay, the end of the world is not here. So I'm gonna explain to you what's going on. Okay, I call it the bull, the bear, donkey, the sheep, the monkey. It doesn't matter. So first of all, if you're panicking now, that means you have not prepared yourself. Okay, life is about being prepared. It's still not too late, so prepare yourself. If you're prepared, why would it scare you? If you know what I'm saying? So I always tell people, it's not how much you make, guys, it's how much you save. There'll be one day where shit happens. Now you're in a bear market. You may not make money for the next month. If you're scared, that means you have not set yourself up. This is why a job is very important. Having a job. Yeah, the 401k. See, it's like 401k is supposed to be for retirement. You shouldn't even worry about 401k. Why would you worry about 401k unless you think you need to take it out? And if you need to take out 401k, that means your life is in trouble, that you need to actually dig upon your retirement plan. That sort of stuff should not be touched. You put it into something safe. A lot of people day trade with it. That's the dumbest idea, dude. Dumb fucking idea. That is your retirement plan. Why the hell are you day trading with your retirement fund? Are you that good to know that you're gonna make money all the time? If you are that confident to know that you're gonna make money, fucking take out a loan. Fucking mortgage your house. No one's that certain. There's nobody that's taking out that trading from their 401k that's certain, So my advice is like, dude, 401k should be untouched. Put it into something safe, but with a growth path. And the guys with a house, it's like if you truly can afford to buy the house, it doesn't matter if it goes up and down because it's a long-term investment, right, guys? So the secret to house real estate is this: if you want to rent it, your basically your rent needs to cover I call your nut. Your nut is the mortgage, the maintenance, the tax. Do not look upon appreciation. That's how people went bankrupt. People went bankrupt back in the day because they could not afford the mortgage. So they added the appreciation. They put in 10%. That's the dumbest shit. So all of a sudden, when it stopped going up, they couldn't pay anymore. So the whole thing is my whole thing is this: slow and steady wins the race, guys. And this is why I'm a big advocate for the beginner guys. I don't need to be with the cool kids. Cool kids got their money. There's a whole. So I grew up poor. No one helped me. So you guys know me on social media, man. I've been helping people for forever. I'm still the same guy. Wow, look at this. Look at this thing. That's sick, huh? You should not be researching these houses and these names, guys. You guys should not be posting this stuff online. Don't get any more trolls. Yeah, man. Let me tell you the history. So if I don't know when this IG will cut off. Every hour will cut off. I'll come back and tell you guys how to survive in this market. Okay. But I'll have a quick history of the trolling is very bad online, guys. People laugh about it. I used to run a chat room, and they came to my house. They found my address. They vandalized my house. I had to move. That motherfucker trolling me for years now on Twitter. He posted my fucking address. Twitter didn't do shit about it, dude. He posting pictures of my house, my family. I had a charity LLC. They fucking posted that. Part of that is my address, so I had to sell everything. I sold my house. I was like, holy fuck, there's a fucking address on there. Now this place is gated and stuff, so good luck getting in. You get in, I'm gonna shoot you. But you know, it's like trolling is a very bad thing, guys. And it's like, so I quit for the long time on Twitter. 2 years, I just fucking just gave up. I'm like, what's the point? I'm not making money on Twitter. I'm helping people, and I'm getting trolled. Trolling is because people are jealous. They lose, and they're like, this guy must be a fraud. But it's like, just unfollow me. What is the point? Who am I deceiving? If I was fraudulent, the members themselves would expose me. Make sense? The members, there's like 800 members in there. They would expose me. They would come out and say, I'm a fraud. Look at all these guys moving in. This is crazy. What's up, guys? Dude, this is like huge. These houses are like ginormous. They're like hotels. So that's why I'm very sensitive, guys, when it comes to trolling and stuff. Because I've been bullied as a kid. There's a lot of kids that fucking commit suicide, drop out of school, get into drug abuse, alcohol abuse, because of trolling, bullying. So I'm going to tell you guys all this, man. This is why I created a zero tolerance now. I'm guilty of replying to trolls sometimes because I get so fucking frustrated. I want to reach out and just freaking like choke them, right? But that's what they want, dude. They want you to react. They want you to react. So everybody that's on this Instagram live right now or is going to listen to this, don't feed the trolls. Be a good human being, man. Because you potentially could make someone directly hurt someone. You know, so there's my sad story on that. But so that's my whole trolling thing. There'll be no more tolerance of it. Even some of my friends were like making fun of stuff. It's like, dude, man, it's not funny, dude. You don't make a joke at the expense of someone else. Unless that person was a fraudulent individual. That's different, though. If someone's making money, if someone's successful, why are you hating on them? If they're fraudulent, that's different. But even then, I stopped talking about people directly because I apologize, dude. I understand. And it's like, shit, dude. It's not my, I'm not the police. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I get the word out, but now I'm not going to talk about, I have not talked about people directly, so. Okay, so we ended with that. So, shit. Oh yeah, talking about the market. So this is the reason why I like the small caps, guys. Small caps don't give a fuck about large caps, meaning general markets. Small caps are usually scams. They're usually scams. That's why I love them, because I know the end game. That's the edge. Large cap, I have zero edge. Too many factors. Donald Trump, economic numbers, China. Too much stuff that's over my pay grade. Taxes, we'll talk that. So, I've been trading penny stocks forever. And then I'm trading today. I didn't even know the markets went up or down, to be honest. I traded MIRN. Fuck, it would have done that regardless of what the market did. BIOC does regardless of what the market does. AETI, regardless of what the market did, it would do exactly the same thing. It may be a little weaker or stronger, but it's pretty much how it plays out. So now you understand why I like what I trade. I don't have to be involved with macro economics. I wake up, fuck, look at what's up, do the same shit over and over and over for the past 15 years, guys. Small caps are all scams, man. They're running fucking equity scams. The company is fucking, their whole job is to raise money through selling stock. They may or may not have a product. They may or may not have any revenues. Especially pharmaceuticals. That's trading like 10 cents. Not even 10 cents. I would say $2. So that's why I do things under $5. Any stocks under $5, I consider them not very legitimate. Very rarely does it ever go up. It, of course, is an exception. But I don't even think funds, like legit mutual funds, can buy anything under $5 anyways. So under $5, that's where my sweet spot is. That's my niche. Because I know the end game. Of course I could trade other stocks. But why? When my edge is that. So I'd rather just make less money but higher probability than to take a chance and lose. Unless I was really good. I just happen not to be very good because I studied 15 years on small caps. I understand the big picture of how the game works. Penny stocks will never die, dude. Always never die. The OTC markets die because they're non what's it called? Shit, that's like accounting. They're non what's that word, guys? My brain's not working. It's like your numbers need to be legit. So these OTC stocks, they just make up whatever, and they're using accountants that are their neighbor and their friend. They're not real accountants, so they're non-certified kind of deal. They're not regulated, non-compliant. There's another word for it.